Alright, so this is EMAT's linear inequality chapter. So from what we have learned, right, we learned that whenever we solve equation, we have like something like this, right? 2x plus 1 equal to 3. Okay, so if I want to solve for x, I will get 2x equal to 2, then x equal to 1. Right, so I know the exact value of x, which is equal to 1. Okay, but for inequality, we do not know the exact value of x. We only know that it is more than or less than. Okay, so for inequality sign, we have four inequality sign. Okay, the first will be this. Okay, so this inequality sign means less. Okay, less than. All right, then of course we have the second. Second, you can see that the first and the second, the only difference between the first and the second inequality sign is that the second has this horizontal line. So this means less or equal to. Okay, and of course the third one will be more, greater than, and the last but not least will be greater or equal to. Okay, so so this is what we call the inequality sign. Okay, of course in inequality we need to draw the so-called the number line. So how do we draw the number line? Okay, so for the first inequality, which is x more than 1, so note that I do not know the exact value of x. I only know that it's more than 1. Okay, so I will need to draw a circle and a arrow. So since this is more than 1, right, so I draw to the right hand side. So notice that the circle that I draw is a hollow circle. Because my x does not include 1. Right, so the hollow circle means does not include. Okay, so let's go to the second inequality sign, more or equal to 1. So now my inequality include 1. Okay, so I must draw a shaded circle. Okay, so this shaded circle means include. Okay, include. Alright, and let's go to the right diagram. Okay, so x is less than 1, strictly less than 1. So I must draw this. Since it's less than 1, right, so I must draw towards the left hand side. Towards the left hand side. And last but not least, I must draw the less or equal to 1. So I must include 1. Right. So this is how we draw the number line. Okay, so besides drawing the number line, of course we must solve for the inequality, just like how we solve for x in a so-called quadratic equation or linear equation. Okay, so in fact they are actually the same thing, just that there is a minor difference. Okay, so let's take a look at example 1. Okay, so x plus 2 is more than 5. I want to solve for this inequality. Okay, so if you remember, if I just change the inequality sign to equal sign, right, so it will be like this, and I solve for x, which is equal to 5. When I bring my 2 to the right hand side, I must make it into minus, which is equal to 3. So I know the exact value of x, which is equal to 3. Right. Okay, for the inequality, same thing, x plus 2 more than 5. Okay, I move it to the right hand side. So what will I get? 5 minus 2. Right. So 5 minus 2 is just 3. Okay, so I solve my inequality, which is x more than 3. So notice that I do not know the exact value of x. I only know that it is more than 3. So this is how we solve inequality. Okay, let's take a look at the second example. Okay, second example, you can see that it's a bit more I would say it's a bit more tedious. Okay, so everything for the alphabet, move everything to the left hand side. Okay, so 2x minus 5x. Okay, and all the numbers towards the right hand side. Okay, so minus 3 minus 1, and the left hand side is negative 3x more than negative 4. Alright, okay, so notice that I want to solve for x. I want to solve my inequality, right? I do not want this negative with my x. Okay, so what I should do is that I should multiply negative 1 on the left and right hand side. When I do that, something will happen to my inequality sign. Okay, so this is the minor difference that I'm talking about. This inequality sign will flip direction. So initially it's pointing towards the right. Now I point towards the left. Yeah. And my 3x, my negative 3x will become positive 3x, and minus 4 become positive 4. Okay. Then of course 3x, the x will become 4 over 3. Okay. So this is how I solve for my inequality.